Let me be one of the first to introduce you to the sleek new HTVRONT Auto Heat Press 2. If you're looking for a heat press with pressure control for your HTV projects, look no further. I'm super excited about this feature, so stay with me as I show you all that the new HTVRONT Auto Heat Press 2 has to offer. Hey, I'm Felicia and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when we publish new content. Now let's talk about setup of this new heat press. There is none. Straight out of the box, this heat press is ready to use. Just peel off the protective cover on the LED screen and plug it in. The user manual offers clear instructions on how to use the machine, and it comes with a large Teflon sheet. The platen is 15 inches by 15 inches. Be warned, you're going to need some muscles to lift this machine up. It weighs a whopping 43.2 pounds. So what's new with the HTVRONT Auto Heat Press 2? The first thing you're going to notice is that it has an LED screen. It's ergonomically friendly and moves up 7 clicks or positions, allowing you to pick what works best for you. Without this feature, it would be a little awkward trying to see the display since the machine is 17.1 inches tall. The second new feature is that it can work on thicker projects with heights up to 1 3/4 inch. This wood frame measures exactly 1 3/4 inch. If I wanted to put HTV or sublimate on this, I would simply remove the mat by unhooking the elastic on each side. This gives me the clearance I need to work on such a thick project. Why would you want to put HTV on wood? For one, it lasts longer than, say, permanent vinyl. I made this sign, and before I ship it out, I'm going to press my information on the back so people know where to find me or make it easy for them to refer a friend. I'm using regular black HTV, and you can see that it pressed very well. I used a temp of 320 degrees with pressure of 50 pounds, and I pressed it for 30 seconds. It worked great. So if you want to work on thicker projects, the HTVRONT Auto Heat Press 2 is exactly what you need. One of the reasons why people buy swing arm heat presses is so that they can get to the entire heating area without worrying about touching the heat platen. The HTVRONT Auto Heat Press 2 has a pull-out drawer that extends past the platen, allowing you to take advantage of the entire heating area with no fear of touching the hot platen. The Auto Heat Press 2 moves up and down with no side swing required, saving you space. And finally, the big upgrade, it comes with the ability to adjust pressure settings from 50 pounds to 170 pounds. This is a big win for those with DTF projects or sublimation projects, which require more pressure to achieve good results. And we're going to test it out later in this video, so stick around. Now, if you're not sure what all of these buttons mean, HTVRONT has made it easy by placing a sticker right on the front that tells you what each button is. Let's walk through what all of these buttons mean. This one that's flashing here is because I have it plugged in and it's the power button, so I'm going to press that once. And on the screen, you can see that I have my temperature, my time, and my pressure. To adjust temperature, you press the temperature button, and then the minus button to decrease temperature, or the plus button to increase temperature. You press the time button, and it starts flashing, and you can press the minus button to decrease by 5 increments, or the plus button to increase by 5 increments. And then the pressure button here, if you press that once, you can use the minus button to decrease the pressure or the plus button to increase the pressure. If you long press the pressure button, you can change to kilograms, long press again, or pounds. The same thing goes with the temperature button. I'm in Fahrenheit right now, but if I long press the temperature button, it changes it to Celsius. Long press it again, and it changes it to Fahrenheit. This is the mode button right here. If you press that once, it says 1, and this is a preset that they already have programmed into the machine. You press it again, you get mode 2, and then the temperature settings there. Press it again, you get 3, one more time, and 4. And these are the presets that are already programmed into the unit. Then there's this custom button here. If you press that once, it's got an A, a B, a C, a D for 4 presses. Press it back again, go back to A, and this allows you to customize settings that you want to program into the machine. This mode button is the 4 settings that are configured in the machine by the manufacturer. So the custom button, you can click on that once twice, 3, 4 times, and you get 4 settings. When they're blinking, you simply press the plus or minus button after you've clicked the setting you want to change. And once you're done setting the time, the pressure, and the temperature, just press the custom button again for 2 seconds. And that is now saved into the unit for your use for later time. Here's the auto button. When you press that, you see the auto button up here. So with automatic on, you pull your drawer out, you put your garment down, and when you slide it back in, it automatically lowers for you. When the time runs out, it'll automatically lift back up. If you're ready to cancel it, just hit that A again and it opens it back up for you and you can pull your item back out. Turn automatic off, and then when you're ready, you've got your garment in place and you're ready, just press the start button and manually start it. When you're done pressing, it will release itself, or if you want to cancel it, just hit that start button again. Pretty simple to use. Now let's put it to the test. I'm going to try 3 different projects: Sublimation, DTF, and Glitter HTV. I downloaded all the designs for these projects from designbundles.net, and I'll link them in the description below. So I've got this t-shirt. I'm going to press this Christmas design. It's 2 layers. It's the silver glitter with gold glitter on top. So we're going to press it twice. And the settings I'm going to use for this is temperature of 320 and time of 30 seconds. And pressure, I'm going to make it 50. I'm going to go ahead and remove my gold layer. That'll be my second layer I press, and we're going to leave the silver layer here. What I love is that I'm able to put this shirt on the mat all the way without having to worry about touching that platen, because the mat comes all the way out. All right, the heat press is now heated up to 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds and 50 pounds. So I'm going to take my Teflon sheet, place that over my design, push that drawer in, and go ahead and start the heat process. And when the time is done, the lid automatically raises, and then I'll pull that drawer out. And I'll give this a second to cool down before I peel it up. All right, let's go ahead and remove that. Everything looks to be okay. And I'll go ahead and grab my next layer, put that in place, and we'll press it. It turned out really well, and everything stuck nicely except a little bit of those stars. Instead of 50 pounds of pressure, I probably would increase that next time to 60 or 70. My next project is going to be a sublimation project. I've got the temperature set to 390 degrees for 60 seconds at pressure of 170. So here's my shirt that I'm going to use, and I'm going to put a piece of cardboard in between the 2 layers so that the sublimation design doesn't leak through to the back. And here's my design, and I'm going to put it upside down on my shirt and cover it with a piece of Teflon paper and then run it through the machine. It auto-rised when it was finished, and let's take a look at the finished design. Wow, I really think that extra pressure really helped and really made those colors pop. I like how that turned out very much. Now I'm going to do a DTF project, and I'm going to set my temperature at 310 degrees for 120 seconds at a pressure of 170. For this project, I'm going to be using my Uninet iColor 560 white toner printer. I've got it already printed out, but the first thing I have to do is marry the printed image with the glue paper. So I'm just mashing them up together. I'm going to set them on the heat press, and I'm going to run it through again for 120 seconds. Sounds like a lot, but this is the process you have to use when you're using the Uninet iColor 560. The only way this process works is if you have a lot of pressure. I've tried this with other heat presses that don't have pressure settings, and it just didn't work. So let's see how this one resolves. Look at that. The glue stuck only to the image, not to the transfer paper. It looks like it's stuck very well. You can see the glue is missing from the paper there. And I think we're ready to heat this up onto our black sublimation tote. I'm going to go ahead and grab a pair of scissors and trim off the edge of this design so that that glue that's sitting there doesn't end up getting stuck and permanently adhered to my black tote. I'll go ahead and put my design in place. I'm putting it upside down in this video because the handle's on the front, I'm facing me. And then I'm going to cover it with a piece of Teflon sheet and press it for 30 seconds at 310 degrees at 170 pressure. Now when it's done heating, I'll go ahead and remove it, but I'm going to just leave this sitting here on the heat press, waiting 5 or more minutes to completely let this design cool down. It has to be completely cold before you peel it off, and I did that, and look at how good this turned out. I absolutely love it. After making these projects using the new HTVRONT Auto Heat Press 2, I can tell you it works flawlessly. The fact that it can press that Uninet design is amazing. It's easy to set time, temperature, and pressure, as well as program in your own presets. HTVRONT makes excellent heat presses, and this Auto Heat Press 2 is an awesome addition to the lineup. Be sure to check the description below for sale information and special deals. They are pretty amazing. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, don't forget to click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And feel free to share this video with your friends and leave comments or questions below. Thanks for watching and happy crafting. The swing arm style requires a lot more space to move the heat platen away from the working area. This means that you need to have a lot of space on the left or right of the machine to use it. This isn't always feasible for small craft rooms.